Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the University High School Gymnasium for a crosstown rivalry between the University Trojans and the Waco Lions. I'm Lark Smith, along with the Waco ISD crew, to bring you this crosstown matchup. Very first game of the 2018-2019 high school basketball schedule for both of these schools. They will only play one time against each other this year, simply because with the latest UIL realignment, these two teams were not only put into different districts, they were put into different classifications, as Waco High is now a part of the 6A group and University is now in 5A. They'll be playing in District 14 5A along with Cleburne, Corsicana, Ennis, Joshua, Midlothian, and Red Oak. That is a district that is a little bit different from the football district that they played in. Meanwhile, the Waco High Lions in District 12 6A along with Belton, Killeen, Ellison, Harker Heights, Shoemaker, Coppers Cove, Temple, and Midway. Starters for the University Trojans, you got number 10, Colby Hall, number 22, Brian Smith, number 32, Wilson Bogus, number 34, Quavion Mitchell, number 42, Ladarius Young. Waco High starters are number 1, Dale Smith, number 2, Jimmy Veal, number 3, Tyrese Carroll, number 11, Andre Chapa, and number 30, Kenneth Bell. Apparently we already have a wardrobe malfunction for Andre Chapa, as they want him to get his shirt tail tucked in. We are ready to get underway. Mitchell jumping center against Smith. Going to be won by Waco High as Chapa chases it down. University starting in a 1-2-2 zone right now. Waco High moving the ball around on the outside. They get it off to Tyrese Carroll. Carroll to the top of the key to Jimmy Veal. His three-pointer no good, and University has the rebound. Wilson Bogus takes it to the other side, off to Ladarius Young. Bogus will trigger things from the top of the key. Bogus, one of the two captains for University, along with Amari Gibson. Bogus on the right corner, goes all the way along the baseline, and traveling going to be called on Colby Hall. Well, the turnover gives the ball back to Waco High. Jimmy Veal gets it off to Tyrese Carroll, back to Veal, and Jimmy will trigger the play for Waco High. Chapa with a long three-pointer off the mark. University has the rebound as Brian Smith brings it down. Colby Hall met at the timeline by Carroll. Carroll trying to dribble around that. Has to pass it off to Brian Smith. Darius Young working the right side. Gets double teamed. Still able to go to the baseline and traveled with it. Nice block there, but that was after the whistle blew. No score yet. We've already played a minute between Waco High and University. Very first game of the brand new basketball season. Chapa with a shot off the back of the iron, no good. And Bogus has the rebound for University. Foul going to be called on Chapa. That'll be his first and team first for Waco High. University to inbound in front of the Waco bench. Right in front of Waco High coach Earl Farley. His team a year ago made the playoffs. Went 22-15 and 7-5 in the 5A district last year. Now another foul called on Waco High as Tyrese Carroll got hands in on Colby Hall. Waco High went 3 games deep into the playoffs a year ago. University did not make the playoffs last year. That was Tarl Lloyd's first year back on the basketball court as the coach. We'll call a foul on Bogus for pushing off as he tried to go inside. That's the first team foul against University. We're still scoreless, and we're about to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Really have not had a whole lot of shots on goal. There's one toward the goal that's off the mark by Kenneth Bell, and University has the rebound. Good job passing the ball to get it across the timeline into the corner to Smith. Smith takes it back out to the top to Hall. Hall back to Smith. Hall looks for a lane to go down, can't find it. Bogus will put up a shot from way outside, no good, and Carroll has the rebound. We played them 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and there's still no score on the board between Waco High and University. The Waco High inbounds underneath their own basket. Jimmy Veal to trigger the inbound. Let's go all the way out to the top to Dale Smith. He'll put up the three-pointer. It's off the mark. Brian Smith has the rebound for University. Looking to go to the right side, gets it off Ladarius Young. Young drives to the paint, puts up the shot from inside the free throw line, and it's good. And the first 2 points of the game belong to Ladarius Young. About 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Waco High moving the ball around. Chapa takes the three. It won't fall. University misses the rebound. It's controlled by Waco High's Jimmy Veal. Carroll looking inside in the left corner. Driving in is Smith, and Smith's going to be fouled. The senior Dale Smith going to go to the line on a 2 shooting foul. I believe that's going to be on 22. Brian Smith will be his first and the second team foul against University. And Dale Smith going to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first. Smith, part of that playoff team for Waco High from a year ago. Adams off the back of the iron. Wavion Mitchell has the rebound for University. Waco High going into a press now. Kobe Hall going to break the press. Passes down court to Brian Smith. Smith had an open three, but he jumps back and still hits it. First three-pointer of the game belongs to Brian Smith. University has a 5-1 lead. Pass back outside to a new number in the game. That's Jacob De La Rosa, who hits the three and gets the first basket for Waco High. Makes it a 1-point game at 5-4.
Let's go defense!
Waco High staying in its full court press. Wavion Mitchell comes down to help. Smith kicks the ball and able to pick it back up. Gets it off to Kobe Hall. Hall is on a 1-on-3 break, and he carried the basketball. 5-4 is our score. Checking into the game for Waco High, Tim Washington, number 21, and a timeout called by University. Darrell Lloyd wants to talk to his troops here. University last year just 8-19. Though when these two teams played each other a year ago, they were in the same district, so they played each other twice, and they split the 2 games. Waco High won the game at their home court 60-56. And then University played a bit of a spoiler in the final game of the regular season on their home court, beating Waco High 57-39. But at that point, Waco High was just getting ready for the playoffs. Again, they made a 3-game run into the playoffs before being knocked out by Bryan by 2 points. Lost to Bryan 73-71. Back to play we go as Tim Washington triggers the inbounds pass, gets it off to Jimmy Veal. Waco High slows things down a bit. Pass is knocked away by Bogus. Bogus trying to take it to the other end and puts the layup in and good. Wilson Bogus has his first 2 points of the game. University up by 3 at 7-4. Biggest lead has been 4 points. Bell gets it back out to the top, the key to Veal, back to Bell. Bell will put up the 3-pointer, and it's good. Kenneth Bell has his first basket. It's a 3-pointer. Tie ball game at 7 apiece. Doesn't stay tied very long. Going end to end with that one was Darius Young to get the 2 points. Open three is good for Jacob De La Rosa. That's his second 3-pointer and gives Waco High their first lead at 10-9. Trojans break the press. Into the corner to Darius Young, and his three-pointer is good. He now has 7 points in the quarter. University back on top, 12-10. DeVille. University just passing around. That's that 1-2-2 zone of University. Trying to drive in. Colby Hall's going to pick up the foul as Jimmy Veal causes him to try to cut him off. Just the third foul against University. Checking in for the Trojans is Amari Gibson. Gibson, one of 3 football players from the University football team playing basketball. Football team played on Thursday night in Midlothian, so at least they've had a day's rest between football and basketball. Gibson knocks the ball out of bounds. Gibson, Quavion Mitchell, and Delvin Mason, all a part of Rodney Smith's football team. They say the University's going to get the basketball here. Gibson will trigger the inbounds pass all the way out to Boggins. Gets it off to Colby Hall. Hall looking for some help, gets it from Gibson. Gibson gets across the timeline, double team there, and has his pocket picked by De La Rosa. And on the jam, Dale Smith has his first 2 points of the game and ties the ball game up at 12-12. Quavion Mitchell, though, goes the other end and gets his first basket to give University the lead back at 14-12. Both these teams like to think about the three. Veal passes it outside. Kenneth Bell puts up the three-pointer that's good, his second three-point basket. And Waco High now leads 14-15. We'll call the foul, I believe, on De La Rosa, 41. It is indeed on De La Rosa. That's his first, third team foul against Waco. Each team has picked up 3 fouls. Bell out of the game for Waco High, and coming in is junior Camden Parsing. Inbounds to Amari Gibson. Gibson takes it all the way to the backboard. The left-handed layup is good. Gibson has his first basket. Makes it 16-15 as it's seesawing back and forth here, as they picked up the scoring after not scoring for about the first 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Have a foul called on Waco High. Going to be on Camden Parsey, his first, 4th team foul. Minute 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Boggins gets it into Young. Young back out to the top to Colby Hall. All picked up by De La Rosa. Will take it into the hoop and lays up a nice finger roll, but it won't fall for him on the fast break. On the other end, Dale Smith lays it in. And Waco High back on top, 17-16. 40 seconds left. University slowing it down. Carl Lloyd up to the midcourt line, issuing instructions to his ball club. Gibson and Boggins just passing it back and forth, maybe looking for the last shot. Boggins pitches it back out to Hall. 23 seconds left. De La Rosa guarding Hall. Pitches it back to Boggins on the left side, back to Hall. 14 seconds left, still not triggering that final shot. Knocked out of bounds off the hand of Jimmy Veal. University will inbound in front of the Waco High bench with 9.37 seconds left. Checking back in for Waco High, Andre Chapa. Getting into Boggins. Boggins looking to set up the play. Clears everybody out, goes into the lane, puts in the layup and good. Boggins with 4 points. Waco High gets off the final shot, but it will not be good. So after the first 8 minutes of action, University leads by a score of 18-17. Again, they took 2 minutes and 15 seconds before anybody got on the board, but then all of a sudden the scoring got fairly fast and furious. For University in the quarter, they were led by Ladarius Young with 7 points. Wilson Bogus had 4. Brian Smith 3, and 2 apiece for Amari Gibson and Quavion Mitchell. Waco High got 2 players with 2 3-point baskets. That's Jacob De La Rosa and Kenneth Bell. They both have 6 points in the first quarter, while Dale Smith has 5 points with 2 2-point baskets and a free throw. And Dale Smith's the only player in the first quarter who went to the free throw line. He was 1 for 2. He changed hands several times. It was tied at 7. And after that, it started changing hands back and forth. And finally, the last shot is what gave University the 1-point lead here at the end of the first quarter at 18-17. University will send Hall, D. Sadler, Bogus, Amari Gibson, and Ladarius Young as their starting 5 here in the second quarter. Sadler tries to pitch it into the corner. It's stolen away by Tim Washington, who's one of the 5 starters in the second quarter for Waco High. Jimmy Veal forcing the action there is going to be fouled. They say it's a blocking foul on the floor. I believe that's going to be on Ladarius Young, his first, team 4th. Chapa pitches it off outside to Dale Smith. Back to Jimmy Veal. He puts up the 3-pointer that's good. His first 3-point basket and the 5th 3-point basket for Waco High in the game. And they lead by 2 at 20-18. That shot's no good by University, and Waco High on the run with the rebound. Veal tries to take it to the backboard, and he's going to be fouled by D. Sadler. It'll be Sadler's first foul of the game. Tyrese Carroll going to check in for Tim Washington. Washington, one of 4 juniors on Earl Farley's team this year. Waco High with the inbounds. Pitches it all the way back outside to Dale Smith. To Chapa. Tyrese Carroll tries to drive in. He's going to be blocked. See who they call the foul on. It's either 32 or 42. I think they're going to call it on 32, Bogus. That'll be his second. Waco High on top, 20-18. All the way out to the top it comes to Dale Smith. Smith trying to pass it off. A little too far in front of Tyrese Carroll. Goes into the University bench, and Trojans will get the throw in. Brian Smith going to check in for University. Take over for Wilson Bogus. Now we're ready to get back to play as Kobe Hall brings it up. Picked up by Andre Chapa. Foul on the floor. It'll be on Chapa. His second. Have University with 6 fouls. Waco High with 5. With 7:02 left to go second quarter. Pitches in Ladarius Young. Brian Smith. Kobe Hall. Charles Scott with the basketball. A foul underneath the basket away from the ball. It's going to be on Tyrese Carroll, his second. That'll even up the fouls at 6 apiece. Next foul will put somebody at the free throw line in the bonus. Young gets the inbounds pass to Scott over to Hall. Takes it back. Scott puts up the shot, no good. Tyrese Carroll had the rebound, fought for underneath. We're going to get a jump ball on the alternate possession. I believe it'll belong to University. Delvin Mason checking into the game for the first time, takes over for Delvin Young. Meanwhile, Waco High checks in Nathaniel Brooks. Brooks, one of two sophomores on the Waco High squad this year. 20-18 our score. Waco High on top of University after University had a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Carroll goes to the baseline, but his shot is blocked, but apparently fouled on his way to the hoop. Foul's going to be on Kobe Hall, his second. Sends Tyrese Carroll to the line. He'll be shooting too, as he was in the act of shooting. Good with the first one. Hits them both. Waco High is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. University hasn't taken a free throw yet. University breaks the press, waiting for the basketball. Getting off to Mari Gibson. Gibson puts up the shot that's no good. Mason had a shot but didn't take it. Puts it in the corner. Nathaniel Brooks puts up the three that's good. That is the sixth three-point basket for Waco High and gives them a 25-18 lead. Biggest lead of the game so far for Waco High at 7. Scott looking to drive the lane. Will get the pass off outside to Brian Smith. His three-pointer off the front of the iron, no good. And Waco High finally controls the basket. Jimmy Veal looks to drive in on Gibson and see who they call the foul on this time. Like they gave it to Amari Gibson, his first. Again, it'll be a shooting foul. And Jimmy Veal at the line. Got the first one. 4 or 5 for Waco High from the free throw line. A timeout call by Waco High. Earl Farley wants to talk a little bit about this. His team has managed to hold University scoreless here in the second quarter. Meanwhile, Waco High in this second quarter have gotten 2 3-point baskets and 3 free throws. Outscoring outscoring University in the period 9-0. Take an 8-point advantage. 26-18 at this timeout. University's next action, their next 3 games are going to be on the road at Temple, at Ellison, and at Midway before they take part in the Bowie tournament. Waco High after today will go home and host Vista Ridge, Birdville, Robinson, and Conley before they take part in the Lorena tournament. Second free throw coming for Jimmy Veal. Looking for his second point of the night. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. Off of Waco High. It'll be University's basketball. Bogus, Young, and Mitchell all check in for University. 5 minutes, 12 seconds to go, second quarter. Trojans 12 by 8 at 26-18. Waco High going to go to a full court press now. University brings in the basketball. Obi Hall with a nice turnaround dribble, gets it off to Mitchell. Mitchell off to Young. Young's shot is good. Darius Young has 9 points now to lead all scorers in the game. Three-pointer, good. Jimmy Veal gives him 4 in the game. It's 29-20. 9-point lead for Waco. Wide open, Young to the backboard. Left-handed layup, good. He's got 11. Carroll gets it off to Brooks. To De La Rosa. Jimmy Veal drives into the paint, lays up the shot, no good, and a foul going to be called on Wilson Bogus. He's not real happy about being called for a foul there. That'll be his third according to my scorecard. And that's going to probably bring Amari Gibson into the game for University. Jimmy Veal at the line again where he's 1 of 2. Hits the first one. Here comes Amari Gibson taking over for Wilson Bogus and his 3 fouls. 5 points now for Jimmy Veal, and they're all in this quarter. It's both ends. Now 3 for 4 at the free throw line. Had a foul call in the backcourt. I'm not certain who it was on. Checking into the game for Waco High is Camden Parsi. Amari Gibson is at the line. It's the first one. First free throw taken by University. Gibson has 3 points now. Off the back of the iron. Young has the rebound, pitches it back outside to Brian Smith. He can't hit the three-pointer, and Waco clears the board. Dale Smith comes down with the rebound. Under 4 minutes to go, second quarter. Smith goes coast to coast. He's blocked at the backboard. But they say that Quavion Mitchell got a piece of him. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. I thought Quavion Mitchell got a good block there, but that's not what the officials saw. Dale Smith goes to the line. Hits the first of 2. He's now 2 of 3 at the line. He's got 9 points to this point in the game. 3:53 left to go in the first half. Good with that one. Waco High is dead eye from the free throw line right now. 10-point lead. Waco High, their biggest of the game. We'll get another opportunity here as that inbounds goes to Waco High, and Jimmy Veal will get it all the way out to the top of the key to Dale Smith. Smith looks to drive into the lane. They're going to call a blocking foul on Quavion Mitchell, his second. 1 and 1 to send Dale Smith to the line. Team fouls now against University. They're starting to stack up. Smith gets that one to rattle around and go down. He's 4 or 5 at the free throw line here. Now Quavion Mitchell gets a rest as he goes to the bench, and we'll see Delvin Mason for the first time, number 40. That one rattles down for Smith. Got 7 points in the period, 12 in the game. 3:40 left to go. And Gibson's going to be fouled by Jordan Fuller. Jordan Fuller was playing football last night for the Waco High football team. Got to just wonder how much energy he has. Raymond O'Neal, also from the football team, on the squad, as is running back Randy Carpenter. We haven't seen them in the game just yet. Free throw no good by Gibson. Dale Smith got the rebound, pitches it out to Fuller. Fuller's off the front of the iron, no good. Fuller falls after the shot, but picks it up. Guarded by Amari Gibson. Those two saw each other on the football field not too long ago. Gibson puts up the 3, and it's good. Six points now for Gibson. Foul called underneath. Be a 2-shot foul. Officials talking to each other about who the foul was on. 3 minutes left. Waco High with a 35-26 lead. Did not see exactly who they gave that to, but I'm going to give it to Delvin Mason. Meanwhile, Jimmy Veal hits another free throw. Now 4 for 5 at the free throw line and 7 points in the quarter. Make it 8. 11-point lead for Waco High. Gibson gets a pass off to Smith. And Smith is being bumped by Dale Smith, and Dale Smith will pick up the foul. Be his first, but it will send Brian Smith to the line. This is the second time, or third time the university's been at the free throw line. His first trip, he's got 3 points in the game. Good with that one. 2:51 left in the first half. University had a 1-point lead at the end of the first quarter, 18-17, but Waco High has taken command here in the second half. As Smith hits the second free throw. 37-28 our score, 9-point lead for Waco High. Three-pointer on the way from Dale Smith is good. His second three-point basket. He's got 10 points here in the second quarter and 15 for the game now. And that's going to bring a foul and it's going to go against Waco High's 41, Jacob De La Rosa, and send Colby Hall to the line. Hall with no points scored just yet. His first chance at the charity stripe. Waco High football coach Kwame Cavillo has made an appearance. Hall misses the first one. Also saw former La Vega basketball coach Dwayne Silver here at the game. Hall misses on both ends. Waco High with the rebound. Randy Carpenter in the game, number 12, gets it off to Jordan Fuller, and Fuller tries to go to the backboard and is fouled. That's going to be on Delvin Young. Excuse me, Delvin Mason, his second, according to my scorecard. I'll double check fouls at halftime. But Jordan Fuller going to the line. Off the back of the iron. Fuller, Carpenter, and O'Neal all played football last night against the Killeen Kangaroos at Waco ISD Stadium. And now you got Carpenter and Fuller on the basketball court. Fuller able to get that one to go. His first points of the contest. Makes it 28-41. Waco High out top. Hall gets it off to Young. Back to Hall. 2:15 left to play, first half. Mason gets it off to Smith. Gibson looking to penetrate, goes to the backboard and has it slapped off the glass by Dale Smith. Exactly 2 minutes left of the first half. Waco High has forged a 41-28 lead. Inbounds pass is knocked away by Waco High, and Jimmy Veal goes coast to coast, gets the points and the trip to the charity stripe. The foul's going to be on Amari Gibson. That'll be his second. And Jimmy Veal gets one more. 6 of 7 at the free throw line for Jimmy Veal in this quarter alone. University looking to control, and traveling going to be called on Hall. A 16-point lead. For Waco High. They have pulled away here in the second quarter. About a minute and a half left. Fuller gets it off to Carpenter. Jimmy Veal unable to handle it, goes out of bounds. University gets the basketball. Go in the full court press. All picked up by Randy Carpenter. Carpenter had 149 yards, his best game of the year for Waco High last night. You got to believe he's a little bit leg weary. Gibson shot off the mark, no good. Young has the rebound though, gets it back out to Gibson, tries to go in the corner to Hall, and it's knocked away by Raymond O'Neal. So now all three football players have been in the game, and we see O'Neal on the court for Waco High. Elvin Mason going to go to the sideline for University, so is Amari Gibson. As Charles Scott, number 14, comes in. Also into the game is D. Sadler, number 24. Gets it off to Scott. He has his pocket picked by Jimmy Veal, and Veal will take it to the hole and put it in. Jimmy Veal has just gone crazy here in the second quarter. Waco High up by 18. All off to Scott. Scott puts it off to Sadler. Smith to the top of the key. Hall will put up the three, and it's good. First basket for Colby Hall. It's a three-pointer. Waco High working the ball around, taking their time with 20 seconds left. Fuller gets it off to Carpenter. Carpenter to the top of the key to Veal. Veal drives the lane, left-handed, has it knocked away. A scramble for the ball, and often possession belongs to University. Just under 12 seconds left in the half. Waco High built a lead of as many as 18 points. Randy Carpenter goes to the sideline for Waco High. University inbounds the ball. Tyrese Carroll back into the game for Carpenter. University just has 6 seconds left to try to get it into the basket. Long throw to Smith, but Smith won't get it off in time. So after the first two quarters here at the University High School Gymnasium, the Waco Lions go to the locker room with a 17-point lead, leading University by a score of 46-31. Stay where you are. We've got second half action for you in a moment right here on Waco ISD TV. Welcome back to the University High School Gymnasium. Second half of action between the University Trojans and the Waco Lions. The Lions with a 17-point lead at the break by a score of 46-31. That was after they trailed by one at the end of the first quarter, 28-17. A little slow start for the Lions, but they really picked it up in that second quarter thanks to their senior point guards, Dale Smith and Jimmy Veal. Veal had 13 points in the quarter. That's all the points that he has in the game. Meanwhile, Dale Smith added 10 in that period. He's got 15 for the game. They are the two leading scorers in the contest. University outscored by Waco High in that second quarter, 29-13. The Trojans have been led by Ladarius Young with his 11 points. Amari Gibson has 6. Brian Smith has 5. Wilson Bogus has 4. The other top scorers for Waco High include Kenneth Bell and Jacob De La Rosa, who have 6 apiece on a couple of three-point baskets each. Second half action underway. Tyrese Carroll along with Dale Smith on the court for Waco High. Jimmy Veal playing in the middle. Make that Dale Smith playing in the middle. They also have Kenneth Bell on the court along with Andre Chapa. Timeout called by Waco High to hold on to the basketball when it looked like we were about to get tied up. Again, this is the very first game of the 2018-2019 high school basketball schedule for both of these schools, and the only time that they will meet this season because of the most recent UIL realignment, which put Waco High in 6A and University in 5A. Both teams have 3 tournaments on their schedule this year. Waco High playing in the Lorena tournament, the Colleyville Heritage tournament, and the M.T. Rice tournament out at Midway. University will play in the Bowie tournament and the Granbury tournament before they too will participate in the M.T. Rice tournament out at Midway, a very long-standing, prestigious basketball tournament for high school teams in Central Texas. Carroll pitches it back out to the top of the key to Dale Smith, and he hits the first basket of the second half with a three-pointer and gives Waco High their biggest lead of the night at 18. It ties their longest lead from earlier. $18 points has been the biggest lead they've had so far. They had it earlier at 46-28. Ball stolen away. On the fast break, the scoring is Jimmy Veal. And he'll also go to the free throw line for one more. Gonna call a blocking foul on Brian Smith, his first. Free throw is off the back of the iron. Waco gets the rebound though. Chapa puts up the shot, no good. Chapa fighting for the rebound, trying to take it away from Smith, is going to pick up the foul. Be his third foul. He and Tyrese Carroll are two Waco players in foul trouble with 3 apiece, so Chapa will go to the sideline and Jordan Fuller will take over for him. Wilson Bogus, the only University player in foul trouble with 3. Brian Smith gets it off to Kobe Hall. Hall back to Smith. You also have Mitchell, Mason, and Bogus on the court for University. That foul going to be called on Dale Smith, just his second. Despite the pre-noon tip-off for this game, a nice crowd here at the University High School Gymnasium to watch this only meeting of the year between the two Waco schools in the sport of basketball. Two schools' girls teams met 1 week ago. University coming out on top in that one. Long shot put up by Bogus is partially blocked, and Waco High will pull it down and go on the run. De La Rosa puts up the 3 that's short of the mark, and Kobe Hall takes the pass. Waco High stays in the full court press. Fabian Mitchell's cross-court pass is a little out of reach for Bogus. The ball goes back to Waco High, leading by 20 now at 31-51. Long three-pointer off the mark by Jimmy Veal. Yeah, Waco High coming off of a playoff season last year when they defeated Nacogdoches and Huntsville in the first 2 rounds before dropping a 2-point decision to Bryan. Smith picked up defensively by Kenneth Bell. Puts it off to Hall. Hall going to the left side, gets it off to Young. Young unable to penetrate. Takes it back out near the midcourt where a foul is called on Jimmy Veal trying to steal the basketball. It's going to be the first foul on Veal. Earl Farley not necessarily agreeing with that foul call. Felt like his player got to the ball first. University to inbounds, gets it into Hall. Steal attempt by Carroll, unable to do it. Hall puts up a shot from the 3-point line, but it goes out of bounds. Triggering the inbounds pass, knocked away by Waco High. Dale Smith came over the top. Long inbounds pass to Bogus, and Bogus is going to watch it go out of bounds off of Carroll. On the baseline, Quavion Mitchell is going to be blocked off by Dale Smith. And Smith picks up his third foul, so he's officially in foul trouble now. That'll send Quavion Mitchell to the line. He's just got 2 points in the game. That came back in the first quarter. His first opportunity at the charity stripe, trailing by 20. He hits the first one. Again, Mitchell, part of Rodney Smith's football team that played their final game on Thursday in Midlothian, so he's only been out for basketball practice a couple of days. You can tell he's got the talent. He's got the size for the game. Hits this one off the back of the iron and goes through the net. Gives him 4 points, cuts the lead down to 51-33 with 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Waco High breaks the press by passing the ball. Unable to get the shot to fall. Cameron Parsley unable to get the points. And now we got a pushing foul called on Brian Smith. Trying to get a little separation. Smith picks up his second foul. Tim Washington coming off of the Waco High bench, going to take Jacob De La Rosa's place. And Earl Farley talking to De La Rosa about a little attitude he showed on the court here a second ago. I believe that's the reason why the officials are talking to each other, trying to get some things calmed down. They call the foul 20 against Brian Smith. But I'm not so sure they didn't also call a foul on De La Rosa for getting in the face of Brian Smith and showing him up. So that's the reason for the discussion, is to figure out exactly how to shoot all the fouls that we're about to see. Brian Smith will get to miss that one. He's got 5 points in the game. 2 for 3 from the free throw line now. He hits that one. Well, apparently they just gave the foul to Chapa, and not to Brian Smith, as Waco High gets the inbounds pass. Excuse me, University gets the inbounds pass after the technical foul on De La Rosa. Pitches outside to Bogus. Bogus with the three, no good, but tipped back up and in. I believe that's going to go to Quavion Mitchell. His second basket gives him 6 points. Waco High trying to break a full court press, able to do so. Bell with the three-pointer, off the mark. Jimmy Veal has the rebound. That's knocked away by Mitchell. Veal eyes the three, won't take it, all the way across court in the corner to Tim Washington. Washington's shot is over the backboard. Brian Smith pulls it down. Kobe Hall being double teamed, able to hold on to the basketball, gets it off to Bogus, but apparently he was out of bounds when he grabbed the basketball. Heads up play by our officiating crew to see exactly where he was on the court. Dale Smith checks back in for Waco High. Camden Parsley goes to the bench. Tyrese Carroll goes to the top of the key and pitches it back out. Long three-pointer put up by Jimmy Veal is good. He's got 18 in the game. Tied with Dale Smith for High Point. Waco High stays in the press and able to get the steal and the layup by Jimmy Veal to give him 20 now. And it's a 20-point lead again for University at 56-36. Again, this is the first game of the year for either team, so I don't expect anybody to pull any punches as Mitchell gets the easy lay in there on the fast break. But these teams need to work on their game to start with here, and so I don't expect them to not give it their all from start to finish. Ball's out of bounds off of Waco High. Jordan Fuller checking in for Waco High. Charles Scott coming in for University. 56-38 our score with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Couldn't tell it by the scoreboard, but these teams waited 2 minutes and 15 seconds before anybody scored in the game in the first quarter. So it's been kind of fast and furious since here. Fuller with the fast hands, able to steal it, but can't save it from going out of bounds. That'll tell the seniors Charles Scott he needs to be a little bit more focused on his dribble. Bogus takes the inbounds pass, has that knocked away by Bell and picked up by Veal. Waco High on the run. Carroll from the right side dribbles in, pitches it back in the corner to Bell. Bell's three-pointer is short. Scott has the rebound, gets it off to Young. Young double teamed at the timeline. Bogus back to Young. Young drives into the paint, puts up the shot that rattles around, and Beal has the rebound for Waco High. Here we go. Try to pass it inside off the knee of Smith and out of bounds. It'll be Waco High throw-in. D. Sadler comes in, takes the place of Charles Scott for University. And with his 3 fouls, Andre Chapa enters the game for Waco High. Inbounded to Fuller, who puts up the three-pointer, no good. Waco High chases down the rebound. Dale Smith's three-pointer is no good. He'll save it from going out of bounds. Kenny Bell gets it to Veal. Fuller thought about going into the paint. And now we're going to have a foul called on Waco High. Be on Jordan Fuller, his second. Delvin Mason comes back to the game for University. No points in the game so far for Mason. Also checking in for Waco High is Nathaniel Brooks, a sophomore. Le'Veon Mitchell will take it to the backboard and lay it up and in. Mitchell had 2 points in the half. He's got 8 points in the third quarter to give him 10 for the game. University trying to steal the pass, able to do so. Three-pointer put up, no good. Mitchell has the rebound, and he's fouled on the rebound. Dale Smith's going to pick up his fourth. Quavion Mitchell's going to go to the line. Earl Farley going to have to go to the bench and replace one of his star point guards. As Dale Smith has picked up his fourth foul with 1.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Quavion Mitchell at the line, he's 2 for 2. Gets the first one to fall here. Mitchell's got 9 points and now 11 in the game as Waco High shuffling in players. Raymond O'Neal comes in. Mitchell has that one off the back of the iron. Jordan Fuller able to clear off the rebound, gets it off to Chapa, and Chapa slips and falls, and University comes up with the basketball. Amari Gibson walks with it. It's all double dribble. Gives it back to Waco High with 1:29 to go, third quarter. Waco High slows it down a bit. Jimmy Veal double team. Bell puts up a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Out of bounds off the University. Well, they say it's off of Waco High. The Waco High bench was pointing toward the right side of the court like it was their ball, but University gets to keep it. Now foul called on Chapa. That'll be his fourth. He's got 4 fouls. Del Smith has 4 fouls. University shooting the bonus. As Amari Gibson will be at the line. D. Sadler back into the game for University, along with Delvin Mason. Gibson has that one roll around and not go down. Loose ball picked up by Jimmy Veal. Gets it off to Bell. Bell will throw it in the corner. Gets it off to Fuller. Fuller looking for an opening, and a bad pass will give it to University as it gets past Bell. Under a minute to go, third quarter, 56-41. University trying to chip away at this Waco High lead. It was 15 at halftime. Gibson and Bogus. Gibson looks for the three and will get it. His second three-point basket of the night gives him 9 for the game. 30 seconds left of the third quarter. O'Neal slowing it down, bounces it to Bell at the free throw line. His turnaround jumper no good. Mitchell clears it for University with 16 seconds to go. Bogus tried to pick up the foul from Bell. Looking for the final shot here in the third quarter. Goes to the baseline, lays it up, has it blocked. Rebound put up and in, but a foul called before that. Foul's going to be on O'Neal, his first. Send Wilson Bogus to the line for his first time tonight. He has 4 points in the game. Can't hit that one. Can't get that one to go either. And that will end our third quarter of play with University trailing Waco High by a score of 44-56. So it's down to a 12-point contest after Waco High had a lead by as many as 20 in this third quarter. In the third quarter, Gibson had 3 points for University to give him 9 for the game. Smith just 1. He's got 6 now. Wavion Mitchell came alive in the third quarter for University. He gets 9 points in the period and 11 for the game. That's 13 points in the period for University. Waco High, meanwhile, gets 3 points in the quarter from Dale Smith, 7 points from Jimmy Veal, and that's all they're allowed. They only get 10 points. So a good quarter for University to try to come back as they outscore Waco High 13-10 in the quarter. But right now, the difference in this game is that 29 points that Waco High scored back in the second quarter. They were 13 of 15 in the free throw line in that second quarter. That's part of the difference. Back to play in the fourth quarter. Tried to bounce pass it to Mitchell, and he lost it out of bounds. Officials doing a good job of trying to keep the tempers from flaring a little bit. This is a friendly rivalry, but these kids are very competitive. Jimmy Veal slows it down for Waco High as University goes into a 1-2-2 zone. What we saw them start the game with. Waco High forcing them to pull out. Carroll goes to the backboard, puts up a wild scoop shot that brings the fans off their feet as it goes through the hole. The foul is going to be called on Delvin Mason, his third. Tyrese Carroll with his first basket of the second half. He's got 4 points in the game. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 2 for 3. Gibson looking to go all the way to the backboard. Gets too far under it before he puts up the shot, but he's fouled. Foul's going to be on O'Neal, his second. Send Amari Gibson to the line, where he is 1 for 4. It's the first one. On my unofficial scorecard, Waco High is 14 of 18 at the free throw line. University right now 7 of 16. Actually, that's 9 of 18 now for University. Back to a 12-point game. It's 58-46. If Waco University gets the steal, Gibson stops for the three-pointer. It's no good. Carroll with a nice rebound and feed to Dale Smith, and his jam will bring the Waco Partisan on the near side to their feet. Make it a 14-point game at 60-46. Bogus was guarded too long by Jimmy Veal. Turns the ball over. Well, Farley, meanwhile, on the other side, having an animated discussion with the officials as Brian Smith checks in for University. Waco High inbounds the ball. A 14-point lead. Under 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. Waco High slows it down. Jimmy Veal gets it inside to, well, they pass it across court to De La Rosa, who puts up the three, and it's no good. Brian Smith, double teamed in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline, but he traveled. Turnover gives it back to Waco High. Jimmy Veal with 20 points in the game. Lead all scorers right now. Goes into the corner to Smith, back to Veal. Tyrese Carroll, part of the three-man passing game here. Gibson gets a hand on it, but Waco High still controls it. Waco High trying to force University out of their press. A three-pointer put up by De La Rosa is no good. University has the rebound. A pass is blocked up into the rafters by Dale Smith, and University will get to throw it in again. Waco High goes to a full court press here. Gibson tells everybody to take your man down court, and I'll get it across the timeline. He does. In the corner, Young hits the three-pointer, and a timeout called by Taro Lloyd. First second half points for Ladarius Young with that three-pointer to give him 14 in the game. He was leading University at halftime with 11 points. Matter of fact, he was the only Trojan in double figures in that first half. Dale Smith and Jimmy Veal were in double figures in the first half with 15 and 13. Smith with the 15, Veal with the 13. Waco High will have their first district game on December the 11th on the road at Coppers Cove. University's district action will not start until December the 18th, when they will be on the road at Midlothian. This game being recorded for rebroadcast on Waco ISD TV on Saturday afternoon, November the 10th. I want to thank our crew that's part of today's broadcast. On cameras, Jesse Maldonado, Leslie Agaldi, and Tyrell McSpadden. David Ellis taking care of audio, and our director is Jesse Bateo. Thank you guys and gals for being here and being a part of the broadcast. Jimmy Veal gets double teamed, steps through it, gets it off to Carroll. Carroll's in the paint, will double dribble. Waco High will turn the ball over. University has got it down to an 11-point game at 60-49. Still manageable. They got to start scoring. There's Gibson trying a three. It's no good. Dale Smith has the rebound. Jimmy Veal picked up by Gibson. De La Rosa charges the baseline, gets it off to Carroll, pitches it back out to De La Rosa. Good steal by Amari Gibson. He anticipated that one well and will lay it up and in. Gibson has 5 points. I think that's 7 points in the second half and 13 for the game. It makes it a 9-point game at 51-60. About to hit the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Waco High's lead has been dwindling since they slowed the game down. Just got to wonder if they'll pick the pace back up here in a moment. Tall pass is brought down by Dale Smith. Beal waits for Gibson to come out as they run some clock here. In the corner to De La Rosa. He thought about the three, but gets it back out to Carroll. Basically a stall now here for Waco High. They try to get University to maybe go to a man-to-man. Into the paint. Shot put up no good, but a foul called. Foul's going to be on Mason. That's his fourth. It's going to send Raymond O'Neal to the free throw line, looking for his first point of the night. 3:16 left to go in the fourth. Waco High up by 9. O'Neal misses the first free throw. They're now 14 of 20 from the free throw line. O'Neal studies it. He's just a sophomore. Got that one to fall as it crawls off the back of the iron. 10-point game at 61-51. Smith has the dribble lost. On the off possession, it's going to be Waco High's ball. University called a timeout. Did they get the timeout called before they got the tie ball? So it will remain University's basketball. And University led after the first quarter by a point, 18-17, but Waco High outscored University in the third quarter 29-13 to take a 46-31 lead at halftime, leading by 15 at the time. University cut into that lead a little bit in the third quarter, outscoring Waco High 13-10. And here in the fourth quarter, they've outscored Waco High 7-5. So again, they're slowly cutting into that Waco High lead. Gibson gets it off to Mitchell. Mitchell puts up the shot that's a little short off the iron and goes out of bounds off of University. It'll be a Waco High basketball. Kenneth Bell comes into the game for Waco High, taking over for Raymond O'Neal. University going to a full court press now. De La Rosa comes down to help Carroll get it into play. He gets it off to Smith. Smith out to Veal. Veal will slow it down. Veal now takes it into the paint and puts it up and in. His first 2 points of the second half, or the fourth quarter, to give him 22 for the game. Young backing in. Waco High goes to a man-to-man and able to get free, and Young puts up the shot that's no good. Goes out of bounds off of whom? Off of Waco High. It'll be a University throw-in. 2:20 to go. 12-point lead for University. Excuse me, for Waco High. Bogus gets it back to the top of the key to Gibson, and his three-pointer won't go. University gets the rebound. Bogus puts it up. It won't fall, but he'll go to the line shooting two as he is fouled by Jacob De La Rosa. That is his fourth. Dale Smith has 4. Andre Chapa has 4. Jacob De La Rosa has 4 fouls with 2:08 left to play. University just one player in foul trouble with 4, and that's Delvin Mason, as Bogus hits the first of the free throws. 11 for 20 from the free throw line now for University. It's a 10-point game again. 53-63. Dale Smith misses the jam shot. Goes out of bounds, and University has the basketball with 2 minutes to go. Gibson takes the inbounds pass. Double team. Pass is too tall for Brian Smith. Waco High has seen their 20-point lead cut in half. Bell goes to the free throw line on that fast break from the inbounds pass, and he's going to be fouled. Bell, who had 6 points in the first quarter, gets his first points of the second half there. But misses that free throw. University claims the rebound. Bogus from the corner. Can't get it to fall. Underneath the Smith. Bogus with the tip in and gets that one to go. Bogus now has 8. It's down to a 9-point game at 64-55. University steals it away. Bogus all the way to the backboard. Rebound shot put up and in, but no good. Smith has the rebound for Waco. Jimmy Veal trying to dribble out the last minute and 10 seconds. Into the corner to Bell, back out to Carroll, to Veal. Waco High is just passing it around now. University, though, able to get the steal. Young going to the baseline will be fouled by Tyrese Carroll, who picks up his 4th. Young comes up limping after falling to the floor. He'll get 2 shots. I believe he was in the act of shooting. This was going to give Young a chance to walk off the injury. Still limping a little bit, but not quite as bad. It's his first opportunity at the free throw line this evening. This is the first one. .50 seconds left in the contest. Young gets that one to go down. Scott and Boggins check in for University. 64-56. 8-point game. And a foul called on University to try to see if they can't get some misses at the free throw line and get a chance to catch up. They send Tyrese Carroll to the line, who's 0 for 1. I make that 0 for 3. His only 2 points in the first half came from the free throw line. He misses that one, so the gamble pays off for University. But Waco High gets the rebound. Loses a dribble. Smith has the basketball, goes down court to D. Sadler. Vargas turn around, has that blocked by Jimmy Veal, but is fouled on the play. Just a second foul on Jimmy Veal. Send Wilson Vargas to the line. He's 2 of 3. It's this one. Free throws helping University get back into this one, but Waco High looking to prevail. Vargas now 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Waco High takes it to the back to the baseline and then drops it on the baseline. It's going to go to University's way. 64-58. Just a 6-point lead now. 2 3-point baskets, but just 17 seconds left to go. Vargas goes to the backboard. It won't fall. De La Rosa has the rebound. He's looking to get fouled. Now Waco High just going to dribble it out with 4 seconds to go, as University's going to let that happen. And Waco High will come away with a victory over University by a score of 64-58. Give you some quick facts and figures here. Jimmy Veal is going to be high point in the game with 22 points. Dale Smith will finish with 20 for Waco High. Tyrese Carroll has 4 points. Raymond O'Neal has just 1. 1 point for Jordan Fuller, 7 points for Kenneth Bell, 6 for Jacob De La Rosa, and 3 points for Nathaniel Brooks. That's the Waco High scoring. For University, Kobe Hall with 3 points. Amari Gibson with 13. Brian Smith will have 6 points for the game. Wilson Vargas with his 6 in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, gives him 10 for the game. Wavion Mitchell ends up with 11. Ladarius Young will be the high point scorer for University with 15 points in the game. Once again, Waco High goes to 1-0 on the year, and University falls to 0-1 as the Lions come away with a road win at the University Gym by a score of 64-58. For our entire Waco ISD crew, I'm Lark Smith saying so long from the University High School Gymnasium.